Hey, how you doing? Before I get started here, I want to with this dry herb vape. They come with this little tiny brush here that I use it to clean that screen off here with in there after every hopper or whatever you want to call it gets after I empty it out. When I change it and put new fresh stuff in, fresh herb in there. That's a little tiny. It's hard to hold in your hand. It's hard to pick up sometimes, especially with my old fat fingers. So, got a toothbrush out. I think this will work just as good, if not better. Soft bristle brush. So I'm going to use this to clean that little screen and stuff out with. I think that's a pretty good idea. So I just wanted to put that out there, um, real quick. Now now that I got that out of the way, now I can turn this on and smoke a little bit. So, went to Tampa. Many of you know I do these walking videos to help me a little bit. I haven't been doing many of them lately because it's hot and I don't want to do them when it's 100 degrees outside. It's hot and humid and nasty here. So I noticed a lot of viewers, seem to be interested in like the outlets and the shopping and the mall videos. So on my way to driving to Tampa, about an hour and a half, 2 hours from me, I passed a town called Lakeland, and they have a mall. So I stopped there to do a video at the mall. And I'm probably maybe a third of the way into the video. Security guy comes up to me. He says, and I try to not talk during the videos when I do it. Security guy comes up to me. And he says, "Are you doing this?" And he's walking along with me. I keep walking. I don't want to ruin the video. He says, "Are you doing this for YouTube?" I shake my head. He goes, "That's against our policy. You have to leave." So, anyway, at that point there, I started interacting with him. I said, "Can you show me where? Where's it set?" "Oh, it's at the entrance, at each entrance." I said, "I didn't see it." He said, "Well," and then a minute or two so later, he said, "Well, a store employee called and said they were about you videoing it, and they don't want you doing that. So we're gonna have to ask you to leave. You don't ask if you don't leave, we'll call the police and have you trespassed, and the police will escort you off." Um, said, "Do what you want." Said, "But," I said, "I do know it's your property, and you can tell me what to get off of it, which you're doing. You know, I'm just an old disabled, handicapped man walking in the mall, taking video with my cell phone, not some expensive, elaborate camera system. And by doing that, I put up on YouTube, but by doing that, by the video, it protects me. Because somebody can't say, 'Oh, I looked up their skirt,' or something like that." Because everything I do is on video from time in the parking lot till I get in the mall, everything in the mall, and back out. into the parking lot. So that, protects me and it protects other people. They said, well, we got a complaint and you're not allowed to do this. It's against our policy. I, so, and then he come up with something else. The security guy come up with something else. And this is a Sunday. I said, do you have a supervisor or a mall person? Because I am a supervisor. Yeah. I said, you know this is going to be on YouTube, right? I said, I got many subscribers. He said, I don't care. All right. Right now I have it on YouTube, but it's at unlisted. Because today, this was on Sunday. Today, the next day, I called the mall and talked to the lady there, secretary. And it was her first day there, unfortunately. But anyway, I guess the mall manager did not know about it. He was out. And I called back to see if I sent them, I uploaded it to YouTube. And I said, look, this ain't public. It's only for use. I said, I don't know if I'm going to make it public or not. I said, I probably will. I said I wasn't breaking no laws. I was told to get out. And the funny thing was, walking with the security guy to the exit, there's a little sign there. He said, oh, these are the rules. I said, oh, which one am I breaking? He goes, this one here. It said you shouldn't be a threat or something like that or assault people or stuff. He said, and the video is a threat, I guess. Or something like that. He said, it's all in the video because I kept the video running as I was leaving. The funny thing was, all these rules were obscured when I walked in there. But when I was walking out, they were facing me. They were in one of these like advertisement thing stands, little stands. It's like a stand they put up, and they put a poster in it. And they had walking in, they had an advertisement in there, not the rules. So yeah, I just couldn't believe that. It was Lakeland Mall. So what's up? What's new with you? Say something. Don't be afraid to leave me a comment. If I can get on here and make an ass out of myself, I sound like crap. My voice is terrible. I look like crap. I'm in bad shape. You know, what day am I going to die? Nobody wants to die. Well, I always say, well, I'm tired of being in pain and stuff. But I'll tell you what, since I started smoking weed again in my 60s, um, complained about my back for a long time. I haven't really complained about. I mean, I notice it; it's there. I have discomfort in it, but I haven't really complained about it much, like I was when I was taking the oxycodone and hydrocodone. Oh, but I cleaned my drawers out, 2 drawers out here. I bet you I threw away probably a combined total of probably 25 bottles, prescription bottles of oxycodone and hydrocodone. That's how many the doctors were shoving on me to take. It's ridiculous. And they want to fight this medical marijuana or going to recreation or whatever and create laws preventing people from getting it, making it harder for people to get it. It's terrible. And of course, the ones donating, I think I put in that last video I did, where the lawyer, big time lawyer, was showing that the drugstores, CVS, Walgreens, are donating to the governor campaign, when this comes up, they start giving big donations. 50,000, 25,000, 10,000, 2,500, all different kinds. Probably they have different stores, each store donating to the governor. That way they can get away with it because store number so and so. I don't know how the campaign shit works, the rules. Um, and you have Pfizer donating. Why are they donating? To fight against marijuana. Why? Why are the drug companies fighting it? It's such a crooked system we live in today here in the United States. So frickin' crooked. These companies and stuff and individuals should not be able to donate at all. These politicians should not be able to accept donations for nothing. That's like this governor here in Florida, the utilities, the electric companies. Florida has what they call a utility commission. And guess what? The governor of the state appoints the people on the utility commission. And guess what happens? Every time the electric company wants to raise rates, it gets approved. Tell me that ain't crooked as crap. I get this advertisement or this advertisement on this website. Mint Mobile is offering unlimited $15 a month uh, for a year, or $180 for 12 months. You got to pay it all at once. You got data. If you use all your data, no worries. We don't charge overages or ever cut you off. If you finish all your data for this month, data speeds will slow. Okay, they slow. See, I sell online with Amazon and stuff. I need my data. Was using a hotspot. I'm poor. I had this hotspot for low income. It was like $15 a month, unlimited. But it was only 3G. Then it went to 4G. It was on Sprint. It was fine. T-Mobile took over Sprint. Nothing but problems. And the way I had it was, I had that little hotspot. Um, it's about the size of this coaster. Well, this is actually a sample laminate flooring piece. I use it for a coaster. Got at Home Depot the samples. Uh, yeah, that's what I use for a coaster. This here piece of flooring laminate come from Home Depot. I got a couple of them years ago. Pretty nice coaster. Pretty nice size. Still holding up. It's probably a good piece of laminate, man. It keeps holding up. It's not ruined. There's no warp, but I never scraped it or anything as far as I know. Maybe I did and it didn't take. Yeah, I don't know what kind of laminate it is, but I never thought about that before. That's pretty good laminate. Pretty thick. 3 3/4 inch bamboo toast. 5/8 solid. Description. Home legend. 35 years. I don't know if that's hardness. It's a scale of 2, whatever that means, if you know anything about laminate flooring. Yeah, I couldn't believe the security guy did that to me. Now I forgot what I was talking about already. Not the laminate floor. I'm done with that. What in the fuck was I talking about? I don't know. It's my Alzheimer's. I should need to get to the doctor about it. But I'm just too. I don't want to be running to doctors all the time. I just had a test last week, and this week here I got to go to the doctor. I got to drive 30 miles each way to do that. And the older I get, the more I don't want to leave the house. I'm a major shut-in. Trust me. I just don't want to go anywhere anymore. I want to enjoy staying at home. I like staying at home. I didn't used to. I used to love running around. Now I like staying at home. Maybe because I'm hurting, don't want to get out there and move. I think that's a lot of it. Or maybe it's because I'm lazy. Try not to be lazy, but I do have a muscular disease also. I never disclosed, but I pretend I don't have it, but I do because there's a test that they give you. They inject you. It's called tinselin. You can look it up and you'll know what I have. And when I get that injection, man, I get all energized and pumped up. I want to run like I could. I feel like I can run a track meet. The thing is, it only lasts for like a minute. I said, put a permanent needle in me and give me an IV bag of it, even a drip of it, man. I gladly go around with an IV bag on me to feel partway normal. That's the way you're supposed to feel. That's the way most of you feel. I don't. I don't know what it feels like to be energized and ready to go and all pumped. To me, I say all pumped up. I mean, you know, gives me strength and everything. Oh my God. I have that since I was a kid, and I tried doing everything normal. I worked hard labor job. You know, and still, I worked hard labor jobs for a long time. I was very fortunate with this disease, though. I think maybe because it's one of the things I just try and forget that I even have, and I think that's why it stopped bothering me. Shouldn't say stop bothering me, but mentally, like I just never thought about it. At times you think about it because you can't do nothing, but very little. I think about it very little, maybe a handful of times a year. I would love to feel normal. Shit. What's next? What can we talk about next? Do you all still get the munchies yet? I do. I usually have munch on rice cakes. Oh, in a bag of rice cakes, there's like 20 of them, 10, 2 packs of 10. And I can eat a whole pack. I ate both the sleeve already, both packs already one night. It's like there's nothing to them. And the rice cakes are good and tasty. But I could open up a bag of peanut butter cups and eat that, but I don't. I went from that to the rice cakes. gave my friend my older grinder, and I kept this one. I was bragging about it. I don't like it because where your millings or whatever ground herbs go, it's only like that deep for the screen, and it's hard for me to get a big pinch with my fat fingers. You just can't do it. Not like that other one that I had. It's so awesome to be able to fucking talk about this shit, ain't it? I mean, it really is. For years, you couldn't say anything. You talked about how much it helps you medically or whatever, and then you act stupid like me and get on YouTube and talk shit. I got this new device out here. I'm going to be trying that here. I already finished that eighth. I'm working on this other eighth. I'll probably take turns with this eighth and that concentrate. I want to try this new device. I want that Vape Ace. Like I don't have $500 for it. I want the Dr. Dabber. This Ooze trigger. I guess it's something like a Dr. Dabber. I don't know. Still sealed up. Onyx atomizer. Water bubbler. I can't read this shit. It's reflective. It's dark in here. Tech grip. Oh, that's wavy lines in the plastic or whatever, rubber. Carb cap. Digital screen and travel case. Key features. I'm starting to get the itchy finger wanting to use this now. Water bubbler. Fill the glass chamber up to the halfway point of the glass arch. Percolator. C-core atomizer. Tethered carb cap. Digital screen interface. Trigger button. Flex temp. Case included. Designed in the USA, made in China. I bet you their cost of their products is going to go up now. So it was probably they either got it from Alibaba or that other one, AliExpress. Because I seen some colorful pipes and stuff like they Ooze has on there. So either they copied from here, us, or whichever is designed here in the U.S., China probably did copy it. I locked the dog up in the bedroom. She's driving me crazy. I went away when I went to Lakeland. I left her for a while. and that broke her heart. She she wants to be by my side the whole all the 24/7. I don't know if she can sense I'm dying or what, but it's getting worse and worse. I mean, I can't move. I can't get up without her. You know, she's at my feet, laying on my feet half the time. But when we go out, she'll wander around. So I don't know. This program I use with the videos, it's called Camtasia. I had a hack version of it years ago, and I used it for a long time, and they kept updating it, and it looked really good. And I bought it. I bought it right before they did away with where you can buy it anymore. Bought it for full price. I guess once a year I gotta pay for an update or something, and I don't know because I have lots of problems with it when I do my walking videos. Like if it's an hour long walk and I import that, or these videos here, when I take the video and put it in with the other my end screen stuff, my happy ending stuff, the video, the voice and the video will get out of sync. Yeah, it's all recorded all together. And it could be at the beginning it's out of sync, and the middle will be okay, and then towards the end it'll be out of sync some more. Or it could be the whole thing's out, but it's just a pain in the ass. And then a lot of times, sometimes with the walking videos especially, it will, or a long video here, the video will end up getting choppy. After I put it all together, compile it, or whatever they call it in video making. Um, Compose, or I don't know. But I can take this file, same video, and put it in another program that's free. Works fine. I'm too old to keep learning stuff. I don't want to keep learning stuff. This program here that I use, it's simple to use, pretty much. That other one is like a pro pro version. It has its own little cult following, and then the cheap people that maybe Sundance Films or whatever, or for people that make cheap commercials or whatever. They'll use it because it's free. But I guess you can buy stuff and get the license, and you get some upgrades with it. That if you're really into professional, that you would upgrade. But for most everyday people, they can use it for free. And then there's a program from China. It's called CapCut. I tried it for about 2 minutes. I just couldn't figure it out in the 2 minutes and gave up on it. But if I didn't have Camtasia, which I'm thinking about, I'm not going to have no more shortly, I may actually try CapCut because that does pretty much a lot of stuff that this can do from what I've seen. I'm very tired. I only had like an hour or two to sleep. My security camera mouse. Thing's going out and the mouse loses the mouse a lot of times. You got to reset it, plug the mouse. It is a several $1,000 system. Oh, fuck. This ain't from my regular store. Keep the jars. So when I smoke it, I know what it is. Because I get pretty many of them way ahead of time when they're on sale. The holidays and stuff. I can't read it. It's that tiny. Hybrid whole flower. Okay, 28.4% THC. Don't know what the terps are. Well, because the labels didn't look like they were ripped, but the seals, but I guess they were. That's pretty good. I'm gonna have to hit that place up some more. And there's something called the Fiverr where you can hire freelancers. I'm looking at reading the guy's report. I'm trying to my business manufacturing and stuff. Trying to get everything, the paperwork and stuff organized, vendors and all that stuff. Because trying to help somebody when if I, die right now and I don't know how to sell it. I mean, not many people be interested in it. It's a lot of work. It's not much work though, really. It's not much physical work. About maybe 60 hours a month. And probably how much? Probably 30 to 50 grand a year profit. So I guess that's pretty good. It can be. We have so many problems, so many expenses. I mean, it's expensive starting a business. I don't have proper UPC codes. I'm going to be putting my products on Walmart, but before I do that, I want to make sure I get the proper UPC codes um, from the proper place. Instead of fake ones that Amazon got. So that costs money. I got to get equipment repaired again. That costs money. It takes a lot of money to stay in business and to grow it. Somebody said just raise prices and slow business down a little bit. I could. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. So it is what it is. But anyway, y'all remember a bowl a day keeps the doctor away. So yeah, I'm gonna. This is a spreadsheet I'm trying to put together, and the more I put to keep vendors, supply lists, and all that stuff. Like a contact list for vendors and supply list and the cost and all that. And then a miscellaneous to do sheet. That I can I was just texting some stuff. We're going back and forth, trying to get a price now. He's from India or Pakistan, I think. No, Nigeria. Yeah, I couldn't afford anybody here in the United States. He probably charged $200-300 for this. This guy here charged me probably $25 to $50, probably, maybe even less. I'm not going to argue with him. When I get it, before I okay it, hopefully it works. Because a lot of these people say they can do this and do that, but they can't. But anyway, yeah, a bold day keeps that doctor away. I don't know if, if I would use that vape Vana now when I'm in this shape or not. That vape, that heated thing. Maybe for the first bowl, I'd have to have this here ready. I like this. Not really no mess, Like I said, and this is Ooze. This is my first and only dry herb vape, and I like it. I don't know if other ones are just as good or better or worse. I don't know, but I'm not going to spend hundreds of dollars to find out when I'm happy with this. This thermometer, one of these big thermometers that go outside that run the house. Says it's like 80, 78 degrees in here. My other thermometer says it's 84 in here. It's freezing in here. Watch this. Alexa, what's the temp set at?
The AC is set to 74.
It just kicked on too, and I have the fan on. I'm freezing. I'm cold. Used to be when it first comes out of Florida, man, unless it was 65, I wasn't as warm. After you're in Florida for a little bit, you get cold pretty quick. 70, 75 degrees. Sometimes it's nothing for me to walk around with a jacket on. During the winter time down here, you get a little used to it, but you can tolerate 70, maybe 65 towards the end of winter, but first cold night or two, it gets 70, and you're bundling up. I used to laugh at people like that. Thanks, Ooze, for this vape. Oh, I went to the bank today, make a deposit at the ATM this evening, and I had a problem with the machine taking the card, and anyway, it took it. Must got stuck in there because it never did anything with it. I'm there hearing the machine making all kinds of noise, gruntle noise. This is right after the bank closed. I'm pretty sure they were still in there. The machine kept my card. But I heard these grumbling noises, and I heard out of order, and I'm there for a couple of minutes waiting, and I kept hearing the machine making noise. And I said the heck with it and just drove off. So I broke the ATM machine first thing in the evening. I don't know if they call out or not. The machines will call out if they're out of order or not. I imagine they probably do. But anyway, that's that. So, all right. You all have a good one. Keep that smoke up. Smoke that bowl. Yeah. Well, with inflation and stuff, you know what? I think it's 2 bowls a day keeps the doctor away because you got inflation and shit. Inflation's out of control. Hell, it might be 3 bowls even. I think it's got to have to be at least 2 bowls now a day. But anyway, if you ever thought about a dry herb vape and want to try one, try the Ooze, seriously. I don't know how much it costs. I want to say maybe $100. Is this what I got in the kit? With the water pipe? If I got it in the kit, it's probably like $180, but oh shit. I'll do that tomorrow if I think about it. I got another box from the Daily High Club. I need to cancel that subscription out. I don't, because the stuff they send you is junk. After you get one or two things, yeah, it's cool, but it's junk. Unless you're a kid and have lots of friends over and smoke out of each one here and there with your friends and stuff, and talk about it and laugh about it, then I could see it. But for me, I like the pipe or two. The difference is, and that's, if I see it, have it, and I'm good. So anyway, 2 bowls a day now keeps the doctor away. If inflation's going up, it's going to be 3 bowls very shortly.